That's a precursory finding before the governing body is to consider the issuance of bonds.
Even though it may be a recommendation, it's a written request. It's not necessarily something that they would be, I mean, the city council could still unilaterally issue bonds for infrastructure improvement, including the use of utility. I mean,
the way I read the ordinance, that finding by the EUB is a precursor requirement before the city council may consider the issuance of bonds. The second example is on rates. KSA 12-806 dictates that the rates charged for service be set by ordinance. An ordinance can only be passed by the governing body of the city. The ordinance in this case dictates that the EUB establishes customer rates.
yes.
Okay, that's a pretty clear conflict.
Again, I would say, do we need to continue?
These are minor modifications that can be done within the scope of the current ordinance. I don't see it necessarily requiring a whole new ordinance that removes the power completely removes the power of the EUB.
In which case,
Vote against it.
I'll only mention, I don't think we need to go through it. What I wish is that better direction would have been given, and that list that you have would have been part of our work session. That was the information I hoped to have had there. Maybe have a list of items to discuss and look at line by item exactly what that was. So I don't know that we have the need to go through them one by one tonight, but that's why I was disappointed in the work session the other evening, was because we didn't have that type of information, director's input and other things. So I did want to mention that.
is there, if there's not any other questions or comments, I would entertain a motion. 2438.
I move we approve ordinance number 2438 to provide an electric utility advisory board for the purpose of providing advice and guidance to the city council on the electric utility, and to further repeal ordinance number 2296 and amend and repeal sections 13.20.010 and 13.25.010 of the Gardner Municipal Code with the stated changes as conceded by council.
Second.
Motion Harrison, second Podovich, that we consider approving ordinance number 2438 to provide for an electric utility advisory board for the purpose of providing advice and guidance to the city council on the electric utility, and to further repeal ordinance number 2296 and amend and repeal sections 13.20.010 and 13.25.010 of the Gardner Municipal Code with stipulated changes in place. Harrison.
Yes.
Podovich.
Yes.
Freeman.
No.
Roberts.
No.
Shoot.
No.
Ordinance number 2438 is not approved.
So where do we stand on liability now that we have not made the changes that our attorney has recommended that we make?
Actually, I think we're on to the next item. It's probably a question we should have asked while we were still having...
Did you think of that question, perhaps, or you could have asked it as well?
No, I understand, but that's, you know, we're kind of past this issue. We voted on the ordinance. Ordinance went down, 2 votes to 3. We are on to new business item number 3. Which is, consider holding an executive session to discuss matters relating to security measures, specifically facilities. I would entertain a motion. We need to have a time that we're going to go in and recess from, and...
How much time are we looking for here?
About 30 minutes should absolutely take care of any kind of questions that come up.
Okay. I make a motion that we consider holding an executive session to discuss matters relating to security measures, specifically facilities, to reconvene in council chambers at 9:06 PM.
Start time, end time.
Oh, start time at 8:36, end time at 9:06 PM.
Second, I'm sorry.
Motion, second, Freeman, that we recess into executive session, to discuss matters relating to security measures, specifically facilities, beginning at 9:36 and resuming at
8:36.
8:36 and resuming at 9:06. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? We will see everyone in half an hour.